Hey Motorcycle.com viewers, Tom Roderick here. Today I'm down in Oceanside, California for the launch of the 2024 Kawasaki Eliminator. This is the SE model back here. This is the higher end model. It's about $600 more than your base model. The base model goes for about $66.49. You've got a nice cowl, you've got some fork gaiters on, ABS, a different seat, the orange paint, blacked out frame. This is one I was largely riding today. You know what to say about this bike. Largely, if you're familiar with the Vulcan S, this is just a smaller displacement version of that. It's a 451cc parallel twin. It has really the same good balanced nature in terms of its maneuverability. You know, we went out into the canyons today. We did, you know, some good sporty riding, and it was a fun bike to ride. You know, a lot of times, you know, with a smaller displacement bike, you're kind of like, oh, I'm not sure how this is going to go today. And, you know, I can say it went really well. The engine pulls strong. It's a, you know, bigger bore, shorter stroke engine, but it still runs like a sport bike. I mean, you want to get this thing up over 6,000 RPM and it pulls really hard and it's a lot of fun. You know, it's not a 270 crank like all the, you know, hip bikes are coming out right now these days. It's a 180 crank, but it's very smooth. You know, makes a good linear power, just doesn't have that kind of pop like some of the other parallel twins does out there. But you know, the riding position is really neutral. It's got some mid-mount foot pegs, so you know, you're not kind of stretched out like this like some other cruisers. It's got a really low curb weight, so it makes it really maneuverable, whether you know, around town or in the twisties. And it's going to be good for, you know, more beginner to intermediate riders to somebody who's more experienced. Like I said, myself, I'm 5'11", about 180. I was able to go out, again, be comfortable, have a really good time, enjoy the bike. Somebody who's just getting started, what's nice is that it being a 451cc is, you know, you're not going to get, you know, tired of the power in just, you know, 6 months or so like you would with a, say, a 250. This is something you could probably own and ride for, you know, years to come. It has a nice, really low seat height, 28.5 inches. They actually have a 2 other seats that you can get that will lower it an inch or raise it an inch. Like I said before, I'm 5'11", and you know, I fit on it pretty well. I wasn't scrunched up like a really small bike. It was a good all-day motorcycle to be aboard. And for a bike in its price range, the suspension actually did pretty good. You know, it maintained itself well, whether I was going down the freeway or going through the twisties. They do have a preload adjuster on the 2 rear shocks, so you can fiddle with that a little bit. And as far as brakes go, I mean, braking performance is good. A lot of this is going to come down to the curb weight of the bike. It's a nice low curb weight, so it doesn't need, you know, massive brakes to like haul this thing down. So if you're the type rider that is interested in this style of bike, maybe you saw a Vulcan S and you liked it, but just it didn't float your boat for some reason, this is definitely something that might be the bike that you would want to get, and it's definitely worth checking out.